welcome to Ms. Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 happy sounding songs that are actually depressing. For this list, we're looking at songs that may sound like sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows on the surface, but are actually quite dark, sad, or depressing upon closer inspection. Which of these songs hits you the hardest? Let us know in the comments. Number 20, LDN, Lily Allen.
Riding through the city on my bike all day 'cause the filth took away my license. It doesn't get me down and I feel okay.
Our first entry is a ska-influenced song featuring a rhythm derived from a Colombian Caribbean dance style, so it's not unreasonable to think it'll be light, summery, and only about the good times, right?
But I wonder what goes on behind doors. A fella looking dapper and he's sitting with a slapper, then I see it's a pimp and it's possessed.
Wrong. On this track, Alan takes us through the more impoverished areas of London, talking about how things might seem lovely, but in reality, they're very much the opposite.
Why would I wanna be anywhere else? Sun is in the sky, why would I wanna be?
The video for the song shows an idealistic version of the city, but contrasts it with a much grayer, more depressing depiction.
Everything seems nice, but if you look twice, you can see it's all lies.
Number 19, Little Talks, of Monsters and Men. Little Talks from Icelandic rock band Of Monsters and Men certainly sounds like a good time. Cheerful and somewhat celebratory sounding horns blare throughout most of the song, complete with confident chants of hey and a fun back and forth between male and female vocals.
Ship will carry our bodies safe to shore.
Basically, it's a nice little indie darling with a budget. While the back and forth may sound cute, it's meant to represent a dead husband and his depressed and lonely widow who may or may not be losing her mind. They desperately want to be together and very well maybe one day, but for now, they're apart and painfully aware of it.
Now we're torn apart. There's nothing we can do.
It's not so fun now, is it? Number 18, Basket Case, Green Day.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine?
Never has a song about anxiety and paranoid delusion been so much fun. Basket Case is a punk rock classic, filled with heavy guitar riffs and an instantly recognizable and catchy hook.
It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up.
It makes for a really fun punk song, but when you dig a little deeper, it's clear that vocalist Billy Joe Armstrong is crying for help.
Sometimes I give myself the creeps.
The entire song revolves around his anxiety and paranoia, and the belief that he's losing control of his own sanity.
It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up.
Armstrong said that writing this song was the only way he knew how to process his emotions, as he genuinely believed that he was losing his mind. Number 17, Mr. Jones, Counting Crows. It's pretty much impossible for Counting Crows to sound anything less than happy.
So come dance the silence down through the morning. Sha-la-la-la-la-la.
This song is a nice little rock tune, complete with light guitar riffs, and Adam Duritz's soft and soaring vocals.
Mr. Jones and me tell each other fairy tales.
It's a really easy song to sing along to, despite the somewhat morose subject matter. Duritz was inspired to write the song after looking at some beautiful women and realizing that he was too shy to approach them.
Mr. Jones and me look into the future.
He went on to write a song about a depressed and lonely man who does not believe in himself and who wants nothing more than to be acknowledged and loved. So, you know, fun stuff.
Wanna be someone to believe, yeah.
Number 16, Some Nights, Fun. At times, this song sounds an awful lot like Simon and Garfunkel's Cecilia.
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bad luck
which is a happy but depressing song in its own right.
anymore.
This is more power pop than Afrobeat, however, and some nights' layered harmonies and frontman Nate Russ's soaring, Freddie Mercury-esque vocals would make you think it's happier than it actually is.
I was never one to believe the hype. See that for the black and white.
In truth, it's a song about a young man being far away from his home and his family,
Some nights I wish that this all would end, 'cause I could use some friends.
and having an existential crisis as a result.
My heart is breaking for my sister and the calm that she call love. And then I look into my nephew's eye.
Number 15, Guns for Hands, 21 Pilots. 21 Pilots are no strangers to the happy-sounding but actually depressing song. For example, the end of Car Radio makes for a fun dance, but it's actually about Tyler's crippling anxiety. However, there's perhaps no bigger contrast in their discography than Guns for Hands. Fans love it for its rocking synth line, Tyler's fun use of rap, and the snappy vocals.
We turn the hands to guns, straight in the thumbs for ammunition. I must forewarn you of my disorder or my condition, 'cause when the sun sets, it upsets.
But the song's origin has a much darker backstory.
Where your mind has gone, and you swear to your parents.
According to Tyler Joseph, it was written after the lead singer was approached by fans so afflicted with severe depression that they considered taking their own lives.
That you all have guns.
Joseph then penned the song to let his fans know they have control over their circumstances. Number 14, Electric Avenue, Eddy Grant. This song's upbeat feel made it one of the most popular songs of 1983 in the United States. It fuses early 80s new wave with reggae influences in a way that makes you want to dance and feel good. However, the lyrics reference the Brixton riots in London that took place a year before the track came out, in its native UK, and the title refers to a market street in the Brixton area.
Down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh no!
The lyrics also lament poverty more generally, expressing frustration about food shortages and a low-income existence.
Working so hard like a soldier, can't afford a thing on TV.
Number 13, Today, The Smashing Pumpkins. Today certainly sounds like a happy song, doesn't it?
Today is the greatest day I've ever known.
After all, the speaker is describing the happiest day of his life. It's only when you realize that Billy Corgan wrote the lines in a sarcastic tone that the song takes on a more sinister meaning. Corgan wrote this song at a difficult point in his life. He was depressed, hesitant of his fame, and living in a parking garage. In case the lyrics, "Can't wait for tomorrow, I might not have that long," and "I wanted more than life could ever grant me" don't quite spell it out for you, the song is very much about Corgan's preoccupation with ending his own life rather than savoring it. Number 12, Rock the Casbah, The Clash. This slice of dancey new wave is one of the most radio-friendly tracks The Clash ever made. Inspired by the ban on Western music in Iran after the 1979 Islamic Revolution, it's a myth-like tale of a king banning music, and that ban being flouted by the people. Under the buoyant rhythm, its lyrics are overtly political, calling out the hypocrisy of Middle Eastern leaders enjoying the benefits of oil revenue and Western luxuries while trying to keep the population poor and ignorant. Number 11, Bad Moon Rising, Creedence Clearwater Revival. There's something inherently fun about the end times, isn't there? This classic song is full of catchy vocals and a clap-worthy beat, yet it's about an incoming metaphorical storm. Many critics and music listeners have put forth various theories regarding the song's meaning, with some taking it in a literal, apocalyptic sense, others arguing that it's about anxiety or depression, and others reading it within the tumultuous political climate of its time. However you want to read it, it's certainly not a happy song, despite its foot-tapping sense of fun. Number 10, You Can Call Me Al, Paul Simon. The lead single from Simon's seminal album Graceland, this song talks about going through a midlife crisis, all while sung over a joyous, Afrobeat-inspired instrumental.
Says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention, and all my nights are so long.
Despite the happy backing track, the singer-songwriter's lyrics describe a man who seems to even question his existence at times.
Be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal.
Inspired by an incident at a party when French composer Pierre Boulez accidentally referred to Simon as Al, the track still made the top 30 in the United States and was a much bigger hit in the rest of the world.
I can call you Daddy when you call me out.
Number 9, Hey Ya, OutKast. This is the one that everybody knows, so it really shouldn't come as a surprise to you. That said, it's one of the topic's greatest examples for a reason. The line, "Y'all don't want to hear me, you just want to dance," perfectly describes Hey Ya.
You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it, 'cause there's nothing at all.
It's about a couple who feels they should be in a relationship just because it's the traditional thing to do, and because they're afraid of being alone. And it features some heavy themes, including generational divides and questions of emotional immaturity.
Why yo, are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here?
But hey, the music is poppy and bouncy, and Andre's vocals are fast and energetic, so get up and dance. Number 8, Mr. Brightside, The Killers. How can this not be a happy song?
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all.
It features a charming and angelic sounding guitar, sharp synths, and beautiful vocals from Brandon Flowers.
Falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag.
It's even called Mr. Brightside, for crying out loud. Well, if you consider crippling suspicion and paranoia to be fun, then yeah, it's fun.
Open up my eager eyes.
The song plays with ambiguity, as it's not clear whether the speaker's girlfriend actually cheated on him or if she even kissed another man. However, the protagonist's thoughts spiral into infidelity, despite a lack of evidence.
Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest.
At the end of the song, his paranoia has cost him both his happiness and his relationship. Fun stuff. Number 7, Detroit Rock City, Kiss. Compared to what the song is actually about, the chorus can be incredibly misleading on first listen. Despite the anthemic nature of the track, it tells the tale of a real-life Kiss fan that dies while driving to one of the band's concerts. Frontman Paul Stanley describes how the fan drinks and smokes before getting in his car, and drives at lightning speed on his way to the show, where he hits a truck and dies. Released as a single, the song became a fan favorite and inspired the movie of the same name. Number 6. American Pie, Don McLean. American Pie is widely considered to be one of the greatest songs ever, and debate has raged regarding the content of its lyrics for decades.
Did you write the book of love? Do you have faith in God above?
While the song directly references various events, including the plane crash that killed many notable musicians,
The day the music died.
some people believe that those incidents only serve as metaphors for deeper, more introspective meanings.
I miss American pie. Rode my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
Some believe that it's about expressing grief, others believe that it's about the loss of innocence, and McLean himself has stated that it's about the destruction of morality and idealism.
Do you recall what was revealed today? The music.
No matter the interpretation, it's very clear that there are a lot of heavy and depressing themes wrapped in the light folk sound. Number 5. Jump, Van Halen. The synth riff that defines this entire track is so fist-pumpingly happy, yet the chorus hides a dark secret. According to frontman David Lee Roth, the song's lyrics were first inspired by a news story he saw on TV that showed a man readying to jump off a building.
Might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump.
When Roth penned the song, however, the lyrics were apparently about jumping on an opportunity rather than off a building.
Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the wrecking machine.
The peppy synth line was probably what helped this tune become the band's only #1 single to be released during their career.
Might as well jump, jump. Go ahead, jump.
Number 4. Bullet, Hollywood Undead. There's few other songs in the history of music in which the lyrics and music contrast so greatly.
Yeah, I'm gone again. It's gone on too long. Tell you how it ends. I'm sitting on the edge with my two best friends.
To those not listening to the lyrics, Bullet sounds like a borderline children's song. It's happy and infectious, features a child in the outro, and is filled with the sounds of bells.
I gotta take this opportunity before I miss it. 'Cause now I hear the sirens and they're off in the distance.
However, the song actually chronicles the thoughts of a depressed man who is sitting on a building about to jump to his death.
So if I survive, then I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
It's also revealed that he's an alcoholic who has previously made an attempt on his own life through drug abuse and self-harm.
I looked in the mirror and you said goodbye. Climbed to the roof to see if you can fly.
While flying might sound fun to a child, it takes on a completely different meaning for an adult struggling with their mental health. Number 3. Semi-Charmed Life, Third Eye Blind. In a textbook case of dark lyrics over a happy instrumental track, this song opens with one of the most joyous sounding guitar riffs you will ever hear. What frontman Stephen Jenkins sings over it, though, is a detailed account of drug use and the physical intimacy that ensues afterwards.
The sky was gold, it was rose. I was taking sips of it to my nose, and I wish I could get back there someplace.
As dark and weird as the lyrical content may be,
And I bumped again, then I bumped again. I said, how do I get back there to the place where I fell asleep?
it sure didn't faze listeners, who helped Semi-Charmed Life reach number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1997.
Something else to get me through this semi-time kind of life.
Number 2, 99 Luftballons, Nena. Next on our list, we have one of the most successful non-English songs in US history. And with its typical 80s keyboard riff and upbeat tempo, it's not hard to see why. However, the lyrics tell a frightening tale of balloons being mistaken for missiles, or UFOs, eventually resulting in all-out nuclear war. We did not see that one coming. Since its initial release in German, it's been re-recorded, covered, and parodied many times, firmly lodging it forever in our collective memory. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Pumped Up Kicks, Foster the People. It's got a catchy bass line, and its falsetto chorus would make anyone think it's a pretty cheerful tune. Which is not surprising given that frontman Mark Foster worked as a commercial jingle writer before finding success with his band. But Pumped Up Kicks lyrics are actually quite sinister, describing the thoughts of a disturbed young man who has fantasies about murder. The dark, disturbing lyrical content sure didn't faze listeners, and the track spent 8 consecutive weeks at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2011. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.